Hi, I'm Sarah, and welcome to the Mathitude Swamp Puzzles Level 3 Hacks video. We have some tips and tricks to help you tackle the hardest level of swamp puzzles. Let's dive in. In this video, we'll go over 4 hacks for solving Level 3 swamps. They are find the path first, work from the outside in, take notes, and 4 corner pillars come last. Let's start with finding the path. The good news is there aren't too many options. The first thing to keep in mind is that you can only go through each corner in one direction. For instance, in the upper right corner, you could come in from the left and go down. If you came in from the bottom and went left, however, you would have to visit the same pillar twice. Try pausing the video and tracing the paths, and you'll see it's not possible. Let's count the ways we can arrange the other arrows, knowing that the corners have to be gone through in that direction. Here's one option. Here's another. Here's another. And here's the last one. And that's actually all of the options for which route to take. You may be thinking, look, Sarah, that's great, but what do I do with that information? And my answer is work from the outside in, you guessed it. So for each of the pillars with 2 numbers, there are always 4 or fewer options for their height. For the 4 corner pillars though, there are as many as 64 different options for their height. So solving the outside pillars first will help us choose which path to take and make the middle pillars easier. So let's look at the places where we already know the path. The options for pillar B are 126, 122, 248, and 62. Pillar C must come immediately after pillar B because we know we have to go into pillar C from pillar B. And the options for C are 17 and 66. So C must be 66 and B must be 62 because C has to come after B. G must come after C, and it could be either 71 or 1260. The latter is greater than 438, so it's 71. If we were to go from the start to A and then B onwards, everything after G would have to, of course, be greater than 71. That's D, E, F, H, I, and J. That would give us a total that's greater than 438, so we can't go straight from the start to A to B. So do we visit A or D first? The key, believe it or not, is down at J. Here are the options for J: 56, 784, and 1. 1 is too small, 784 is too big, so it must be 56. This means we have to visit J before B because 56 is less than 62. So we can fill in some more of the path. The largest option for A is 28, so A can't be taller than J. This way we know we have to visit A before J, so we must go from F straight to B, not from F to E to A. This leaves us only one route for the rest of the path, and now we know the path. Nice job. So once you have the path figured out, we'll move on to hack 3, take notes, for the rest of the puzzle. We now know that we visit D after both A and E. The options for D are 8 and 12, so D must be 12 because otherwise A and E would both have to be 7, which is impossible. Since D is 12, A must be 7. H and I, we still don't have enough information to find, so we'll come back to those at the end. Let's note everything we know about E. It must be at least 8, but no more than 11. We can tell right off the bat that the first operation is likely addition or subtraction, since multiplication gives us a number that's relatively far from our target range of 8 to 11. So let's consider 60 and 18 as our possible results from the first operation. 10 is the next number on the pillar, so what operations can we perform with 10? Some of these results we can immediately disregard. 1.8 isn't a whole number, so that's not going to work. Others are too far from our target range to get it there in one operation. The last number is 7, so we need something we can perform an operation on using 7 to get it into the target range. 180 and 600 are just too big. Dividing them by 7 won't bring them in the target range. And 8 and 6 are too small. Adding 7 to them will get them over the target range, but subtracting 7 from them would take them under, so that won't work. So we've narrowed it down to 70, 50, and 28. We could draw another level of the tree, but there's a quicker way. Notice that they're all larger than our target range, and none of them is within 7 of the target range, so we can't subtract. So we're going to have to divide. Only 2 of them are divisible by 7, and only one of those gives an answer that's in our target range. 70 divided by 7 is equal to 10, and that's our answer. And there's our solution. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know how you're doing with swamp puzzles in the comments section, and like and subscribe to keep up with Mathitude.